So in this video we will be covering the basics of C programming language. C was developed by Dennis Ritchie in the IBM lab. It is a structural programming language, and it is a mid-level language, and it is very powerful language. The structure of a simple C program is like this. The hash tag include is the header file, int main is the main function, and inside the braces we write the code that we want to execute. So what is a header file? The header file consists of various files including the output and input files and other functions, and on passing the parameters to the function we get the desired output. Main function is the entry to the C program. No C program is possible without the main function, and inside the main function we write the code we want to execute. So this is the simple program in C, and the following programs prints hello. This is the program I have written, and this is the output. It says hello world. So the next topic is the data types. It is a declaration that specifies which type of value can be applied to a variable. There are three types of data types: primitive, aggregate, and the user defined. Some of the primitive are given here. Int stand for integer, float stand for decimal values, long int covers a wider number of numbers. It has more range than the int. Double is similar to float. It has more range and more precision than the float. Character stands for character, and it covers numbers, alphabets, lowercase alphabets, uppercase alphabets, and special characters. The next topic is variables. Variables are the quantity that can be changed and can store information that can be used by the program. It can be declared and defined by, for example, variable name space the name of the variable equals to the value. For example, int a is equals to 10. Okay. The naming convention is as follows. The name of the variable should not be same as the keyword or the reserved word like int, main. The variable name can only contain alphabets, numbers, and underscore. The name should always start with the underscore or an alphabet, and it is a case. So next topic is operators. There are various types of operators like arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, compound assignment. In this code we have used operators like equals to, plus, minus, modulus, and we have here a new thing, that is the compound assignment operators. So plus equal to operator. The plus equal to operator can be used as a plus equals to 10, which is equals to a is equals to a plus 10. The next is minus equals to b minus equals to 5, can be used and it is similar to b is equals to b minus 5. The next topic is conditional statements. It consists of if and else statements. In this we test for a particular condition in the if statement. If that condition is true, we execute the code in the if statement, otherwise we move to the else statement. So here we have a given value of a is equals to 45 and b is equal to 78. Here we check that if a is greater than b, is 45 greater than 78, then print the value of a, otherwise print the value of b. So the code is like this, and the output is here. The larger number is 78, that is b. So next topic is the nested if else condition. It is used to test multiple expression and execute different codes for more than two conditions. Here we have three variables c, d, and e and their values. We have used the logical AND operator, that is the double ampersand. It checks whether both c and d, c greater than d and c greater than e are true at the same time. If it is not, we move to the else condition, and here we again have if and else statement. If d greater than e and at the same time if d greater than c, we will print the value of d, otherwise we print the value of e. The output is as follows. The larger number is 45, that is d. The next topic is arrays. Array is a aggregate data type, that is, it is a collection of similar data types and it requires contiguous memory allocation. That is, if an array value is stored at one location, then the very next value of that array will be stored at the very next location. It can be declared by int array name and the braces, and inside the braces we write the number of elements in the array. The index of an array always start with 0, and if there are n elements in an array, the indexes will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 5 till n minus 1. For example, if you want to reach to the fifth element of an array, we will write array name, braces, and inside the braces we will write 4, because the index is always one less than the.
Our next topic is loops. So we use loops when we want repetition of our steps. We have 3 loops: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. The flow of for loop is initialization, then condition checking, then set of statements, and then increment. Now this flow continues till the condition is incorrect. Here is a program for printing hello 10 times by for loop. Next is while loop. In while loop, first the condition is checked, then the statements are executed. Here is a program for printing 10 to 1 integers in decreasing order. Next is do while loop. The syntax of do while loop is set of statements. First set of statements are executed and then the condition is checked. Here is an example of printing 10 to 1 integers in decreasing order by do while loop. Our next topic is functions. So we use function when we want to reuse some of our statements in the program. So the syntax of a function: first we declare it by its return type, then its name, here it is fun name, and then the parameter list, and then the definition section in which we define the body of the function, and then we can call it whenever we want by passing the parameter. Here is an example of a function. First we have declared it at the starting, and then we have called it in the main body, and then we have defined it at the bottom of the function. Now what are actual and formal parameters? The actual parameters are those that are used during a function call, that is 10 here, and the formal parameters are those which are used during definition and declaration, that is integer x here. Our next topic is pointers. Pointer is a special variable that stores address of another variable. Now let's understand pointer by example. Here in example, we have defined an integer a and we have stored a value 10 in integer a, and then we have defined a pointer by int star ip, and now in ip we have passed the address of a. So now ip stores the address of a. Let's say the address of a is 1000, so ip stores 1000 in it. So ip has the value 1000 and star ip, that means value at the address has the value 10 in it. Now let's see different ways to call a function. First, call by value, in which we pass values as parameter, and call by reference, in which we pass address of the variable instead of the variable. Now let's see an example of call by value. Here we have passed the value of a, that is 10, in the integer x of the function fun. Now we have applied an increment operation on x, and the value of x changes to 11 and the value of a remains to 10. Now let's see a similar example of call by reference, but here we have passed the address of a instead of a in integer x. Now, as the address of a and x are same, the increment operation that was applied on the x incremented the value of a also. So when we printed the value of a and x, both were 11. Now the conclusion is, in call by value, any modification done within the function is local to it and will not be affected outside the function, while in call by reference, any modification done to a variable will affect the outside function also.